Hi, I'm Michaela Zettel, registered physiotherapist, neurofunctional sports performance practitioner, certified strength and conditioning specialist, and I focus on supporting female athletes through something that I call female sports medicine. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about something that I've created called the Female Athlete Checkup. This is a self-guided questionnaire for athletes and anyone who works with athletes. Start thinking about the female athlete holistically in order to help them fully recover from injuries and optimize their sport participation and sport performance. In this questionnaire, there are 3 categories that are highlighted with specific questions under each category. These are the 3 categories that I combine in my practice, and I find that these categories are necessary to look at and understand for each individual athlete in order to know how to best help them recover from their injury and optimize their sport. So these 3 categories are movement, energy, and physiology. So movement, female athletes go through different changes at different times in their lives depending on what they do, but every female athlete goes through puberty and has physical changes that happen at that time that set them up for potential movement issues. Then if they have babies, that can also change their body and affect their movement, that often information is lacking to help teach them how to use their bodies through these periods of change, and then how to effectively return to sport or continuous sport. So in the movement category, some of these questions are to highlight whether there's a potential concern or things that you need to have addressed in order to fully recover from your injuries and return to your sport. And then under energy, this is really key. So in order to move, you need energy. In order to live, you need energy. It's integral to the rehabilitation of injuries, recovering from injury and returning to sport and staying in sport. So injuries often occur because there is an energy deficit that happens. And again, the questions in this category to help you start thinking about, are you having an energy deficit? And then the 3rd category is physiology. Female athletes have unique physiology, very different than males. And historically, if you've heard me talk before, you know that what we're doing for sports medicine and a lot of healthcare, and really specifically sport training and injury rehab, is from the male athlete and research that's done on the male athlete. But females have unique physiology, and we need to understand this and how it plays a role in their movement, in their health, and in their sport performance. So under this section are questions relating to your menstrual cycle, to the athlete's menstrual cycle, because this gives us an indication of our health. Every single month, we know, if we know what to look for, whether we are healthy or things could be better. And so you can also use this information to adjust your training, to rehab from your injuries, and as always, to optimize your sport performance. So that's always key. And so under this column, there are some questions to get you thinking about your menstrual cycle and if there are some areas that could be better in this category. So, and then once you go through those checklists, if you've answered yes to any question, then there could be an area that needs further investigation in order to help you achieve your goals. Okay, so this is just a starting point to get you thinking about your health from a holistic standpoint and how it affects your movement, your injuries, and your sport participation. And then at the bottom of the questionnaire, there are links under each category, so movement, energy, and physiology, to offer more information for you. So these are in the forms of videos, blogs, articles that I've written, other resources as necessary. And so this checklist is really me trying to share with you what I do in my practice, what I do to help female athletes recover from their injuries and return to sport and optimize their sport, so that you can have that information and you can start putting it together for yourself and seeing if there are areas of your health that need to be addressed so that you can reach your goals. The Female Athlete Checkup is also intended to help you, the athlete, and anyone who works with an athlete, to learn that you need to have optimum health before you can have optimum performance. So we need to be looking at female athletes holistically, and I find these 3 categories, movement, energy, and physiology, is a great way to break it up and look at those individual categories, learn about your needs in those categories, and then put them all together in a comprehensive plan. I've put this together because the story that I hear so often is of a female athlete who has done everything that they've been told to do. They went to physio and they did their exercises, but they went back to their sport and their back still hurt or their knees still hurt. When they end up in my office, and this injury's been going on for a long time, and I dive into these 3 categories, there's usually so much going on that has never been addressed or they've never even been told or learned about. And when we start making changes in these categories, they really feel the benefit and then start to improve. And the ultimate goal is to return to sport. And so my goal in getting this female athlete checkup out there is that you can get this information earlier, and it doesn't happen when your shoulder hurts so much that you can't play volleyball anymore, or you've had back pain for so long that you think it's normal to have back pain when you play sports, or that you had to end your sporting career early because the knee pain was just too unbearable and you couldn't take it anymore. So that's my goal with this checkup, this female athlete checkup. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Please share this with whoever. You don't need to join an email list. It is free. I want it to be sent around and shared, and I want it to help as many female athletes as possible. And I need your help to do that. If you have any questions about the checkup or your health or your injuries or your sport performance, please reach out to me. I am here to help. I hope you enjoy.